There's plenty of creators out there talking about Battlefield 6, its gameplay, their feedback both good and bad, so I decided I wanted to find out where the franchise started to lose its identity, by playing all of the games from Battlefield 3 onwards. I want to see if I can establish exactly where Battlefield 6 needs to go and what it needs to do to prove that it's back on top.
I said get down on the ground!
Battlefield 3 for me wasn't just a game that released. In my opinion, it launched a generation of expectations and weight behind a name that really hadn't been felt in a franchise at the time, other than maybe Call of Duty and Halo.
I know how your fucking story is!
This game really did deliver on its scale, environment, and really making you feel like you were a part of the next generation of games. Don't get me wrong, I remember this game launching with some questionable netcode and some pretty interesting bugs. But it really didn't matter, because what it did deliver on, it done so pretty damn well. I think everyone in the generation of Modern Warfare and Modern Warfare 2 has a core memory of them and their friends, either online or at each other's houses, grinding those games and being truly addicted. At the same time as that, Battlefield 4 was that game for me. I remember being with a friend years ago on his account, shooting through the glass on Siege of Shanghai, killing one of 3, executing another, pistoling the last guy and then jumping off the building, and that really made me realise I was playing one of the greatest games ever made. Battlefield 4 still has it. There was a moment here where I actually forgot I was recording and I stayed on this game until 1 AM just enjoying myself. And there's a moment specifically here where I was just enjoying myself and I didn't even realise the chaos happening in the in-game chat. For me, Battlefield 4 elevated what it achieved in Battlefield 3, and it dialed it up to 11. They improved the destruction in some areas, created massive environments and set pieces with evolution, and the gameplay was amazing. I can see why people consider this one the gold standard of what they should be building off of.
Sky 5 can confirm a large police presence in downtown Los Angeles.
We got an RPG!
All units, we have confirmation that a 211 is underway.
Your charge is good! Go, go, go!
Let's move on to Battlefield Hardline, which in my opinion, I'll be controversial here. The hate is extremely forced. I think this game was actually pretty good, I enjoyed it. It was basically Cops and Robbers version of Battlefield 4, and in my opinion it did work. The map designs were pretty decent, and no one expected anybody to be riding around on a couch killing people. Now, annoyingly, despite me saying this, I couldn't get any of my own footage of the game, because honestly, the servers were completely dead, nobody was playing it. But I do feel like it had the wrong end of the stick. But there was some valid feedback on this game, and I think it did play well. But perhaps this was the start of Battlefield's downfall, the start of their identity shift, and them not being sure on where they needed to go. Battlefield 1 was the first Battlefield game that I didn't buy straight away. I can't recall if it was due to circumstances in life or just an apathy for the product, but I remember the first time I did play the game and I was blown away by the design. I've not touched on it yet in these games, but Battlefield 1 nails it, and that's the sound design. From NPCs screaming to the sound of shells zipping past you, the headshot sound, the thunderous noise from vehicles. Honestly, in my opinion, Battlefield 1 absolutely nailed this. While this game was critically acclaimed, I do think it deserved a lot more love than it got. I think possibly because it was set in World War I and we'd seen quite a lot of World War II already, and it felt like there wasn't much else that we could do with it. Despite that, DICE was able to take this, capitalise on the positive feedback they'd had from the franchise before, and apply it into this new/old setting being World War I. The timing of Battlefield 5, in my opinion, was a part of the downfall of this game. Let's not touch upon the insults that they decided to throw at the players at the time. But the year prior to Battlefield 5, we had Call of Duty World War II. Through the generations of gaming, at least for my age, we'd seen the World War II setting being done and saturated at this point. But let's say we did want to see a decent Battlefield World War II setting. Well, I don't think we got it on this occasion. We got something that felt like it didn't know what it was. It's like they didn't know what they wanted to be. In an age where we had things like Apex and Fortnite constantly rolling out new updates and acting as a live service pillar, I think Battlefield 5 was a little bit confused about itself. This game was absolutely the start or continuation of its loss of identity, in my opinion. The lack of vehicles, the amount of bugs on release, the balancing of the weapons. I think the overall design of the game with its attrition system and UI was certainly points of contention for this game's release. Gameplay wise, it was a smooth experience, but only if you could actually get it to work. For me, for example, when I tried playing this game, I don't know why, I just couldn't get the frames. Then there's Battlefield 2042. At this stage, you absolutely know the problems that plagued this game. This was the only Battlefield game I played the alpha for and decided I wasn't going to buy it because it played terribly. The launch it had was one of the most notorious launches of any game since 2020, with the exception of Cyberpunk. And I know I said that Battlefield is known for its scale, but the scale of bugs at launch is not exactly what I meant. Much like Cyberpunk, I do feel like 2042 was able to redeem itself, but honestly, not enough. This is the game. This is the one that made everyone question DICE's ability to continue to deliver top quality Battlefield products. This was not a Battlefield game in my opinion. Sure, it had the same niche engine, but ultimately it didn't feel the same. The destruction was minimal, the specialist system just wasn't what it was intended to be, and you can tell at points Battlefield's identity was more to appease the live service cash funnel to senior leadership, trying to recreate their own version of what other live services had achieved in the years prior.
Move fast, move decisive, dagger on my 6. Send it.
And I hope that you die. And your death will come soon. I follow your casket by the pale afternoon. I watch while you
Clear the ship now!
and I stand over your grave till I'm sure that you're dead.
Battlefield 6 is already open to an amazing reception at the reveal event, so here are the things I believe DICE would need to do to bring their identity back to its former glory and hopefully hook the players like they used to. Class system, that's a very obvious one to me. Go back to what worked, and make sure that you keep your identity so prominent by using this and having that collaborative chaos in the form of squad formations. To me, that is really what made the franchise so unique, and it worked. Destruction, we've seen this already in the reveal streams, but with the lack of destruction as the games aged, it did seem like they were going in an opposite direction until now. Pair this with a classic variety of large conquest maps, smaller urban maps, and a mix of both, I think we're onto something really excellent. And for the love of God, keep immersion. I do not want to see a fucking Nicki Minaj or a banana costume cross-map throwing knifing me and then bunny hopping away. With all that being said, this can't just be a copy and paste of Battlefield 3 or 4. It can't be the same game, new skin type scenario. In my opinion, they need to build off of what they had as a foundation, something that really tells you, fuck yeah, this is Battlefield 6. A uniqueness in a sense that sets it even further apart from most modern shooters. I hope this is what DICE achieve in the next year, and hope we get to realise we've entered another set of good old times, giving us players hope for the future of gaming.